Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Somewhere by the emerald sea, where the moon and water meet. Somewhere close to harmony, when the world is sound asleep. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I jumping off the edge. They say dreamers never die, so come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making through. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Come and fly away, come and fly away, come and fly away with me. Something's gonna bring the change, journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
American 496 to report the river. American 496 to clear bomber and visual on 1 approach 199, so far. Delta 1618 to maintain 3000 with a left turn heading 050 report the river. You have 4352 to maintain 4000, then speed 190.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome aboard. As we gear up for today's stream in the beautiful HotStart TBM900, we're going to be rocking the famous Steve-01 Knievo livery as we head out of Gulfport, Mississippi on out to Daytona Beach. Then we'll do a short second leg on down to Naples, Florida. And so with that said, here's the TBM 900 in all its glory. Very, very, very in-depth and beautiful aircraft. I haven't seen anything like it to date. This thing is an absolute beast. Almost as fast as a jet. Very different variant of the PT6 turboprop engine. It's mounted on this airframe. And like I said, it is an absolute beast. So we'll go ahead and get ready to jump into the cockpit. First things first, let's go ahead and let's see, can you see this? Try to get you to see this. Can we just pop it out and drag it to the second screen like that? So let's go ahead and get the ties and caps off. All of the static elements. And watch this. As we get ready to put fuel in her, watch your fuel cap here when I open it up. Bow. That's pretty sweet here. I like it. So we'll get rid of that, minimize that. And one thing about the TBM, if you don't close these fuel caps, you will lose your fuel. So let's go ahead and get get our briefing packet up here and see what we got going on. Already pre-filed on Vatsim, however, it does not look like we have ATC down this way, at least not right now. So let me get my briefing packet up. And looks like we're scheduled to depart Gulfport, runway 36, and we're going direct all the way, direct to GPT, direct to SJI, and then from SJI we jump on, I believe, the J2 airway, exit at CEW, direct to SZW, direct to OMN, and then direct into Daytona Beach. So let me go ahead and throw some fuel in the aircraft and see what it's saying it's gonna take us. How many? And fuel load for today is going to be, where is it? Block fuel is going to be 1093. So let me just do a quick get my conversion here right quick. And see what we got going on. Alright, so that's good. We'll do we'll do about 90 gallons in each tank. I should probably put this back up here so you guys can see it. Alright, so 90 gallons there, 90 gallons there. Let's put the fuel caps back on it so we don't forget. And let's go ahead and get our payload. And let's just randomize it here. Alright, so it looks like we got a co-pilot, 3 passengers. We'll remove the co-pilot. We don't need a co-pilot on this one. So that's all set. Let's jump inside the beautiful aircraft. Get my track IR started. And let's get this beautiful bird started up. And get out of here. Anthony Robinson, what's going on, bro? Welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I told you I was going to fly this thing. Oh, first let's get our GPU on. God, listen to that. That's just awesome. That is just awesomeness there. Sorry, I had the sounds down a bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and now listen to the way this thing bogs down when I switch over to GPU power. That's pretty sweet. Got our systems coming online. Nav lights can come on. Get my briefing packet on the right page so we can program the G1000. Looks like we're going to be going up to flight level 290 today.
Aural warning, okay.
Roger that. Where's my flight plan? There we go. And let me get my Navigraph charts up. And we'll go ahead and program the short flight into the FMC.
Pause system test. Okay.
Get signed into Vatsim as well. And we'll connect there. Yeah, no ATC on right now. So we already got our flight plan up on Navigraph. So let's jump down here and throw this into the computer right quick. And so we're going direct to GPT. And with that, then we'll actually probably go from, we'll go direct to SJI on departure. Then S, SJI. Oh no, I don't want SJIC. I was just saying RJI. S. SJI. Backspace. Enter that. And then it wants us to get on let's see here. Menu, load airway. It wants us to jump on the J2, which is here. We enter that. And we're exiting at CEW. There it is. Enter that, and we'll load that. And we'll go back up right quick and put our altitude 27,000. We probably won't be at 27. I mean, damn, I meant to put 29 because that's what we're cruising at. We probably won't make it to 29 by then, but just to let the aircraft know. Approaching minimums, welcome aboard. This is one of the best aircrafts in my opinion for XPlane 11, hands down. We'll talk more about it as we get out of here. So we're going CEW direct to SZW. No SIDS and stars today, guys. We're doing all directs. SZW. Enter that, and then direct OMN. Enter, and then direct to Daytona Beach. Enter, and then for Daytona we're expecting 34. I did this approach the other night coming into Daytona, 1 mile visibility. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll do RNAV for 34. Select approach, and we're looking at RNAV approach, and we'll do that transition. Minimums, we'll do 300 feet this time. I'll look at the chart and see what it actually is. We can change that. Alright, we're just going to load it. We're not going to activate it. And there's our flight plan in. And we'll actually come up here and go direct to SJI, like so. And that cuts off that GPT VOR, because that's the VOR for this the VOR for this airport. So there's no need in coming back. So we're all set there. Let's get our altitude set up to hell, we'll just go ahead and set it straight up to cruise. And that's going to be flight level 290. And we'll do a we'll do an airspeed climb on that. We'll probably climb out fairly fast. This is a pretty fast aircraft. Alright, so we look good to go. Alan A is in the house. Welcome to the stream. My mic is staticky-ish. Let me see what's going on with that. Fairly fast. This is a pretty fast aircraft. Alright, so we look good to go. Alan A. Sounds good on my end, dude. I don't know. I have no idea, bro. Sounds good on my end coming through the stream, monitoring the stream here on the other, on my laptop. We'll double check that out here in a second. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Starting engine. Throttles are cut off. Strobes are on. Or no, they're not, but we'll turn them on. Strobes act as a beacon light in this aircraft. Auxiliary boost pump switch can come on. And we'll clear that master caution. That's checked. Propeller area is clear. Start switch. We'll do that here in a second. Alright. So yeah, starter switch on, start timer, NG 13%. We're going to introduce fuel. So we'll put the ignition. Yeah, we'll put the ignition on auto. And let's go ahead and crank her up. Hope I don't get a hot start. No idle. ITT is looking good. Prop RPM is coming up. And let's ensure that we have our brakes set, which we don't. Brakes are set. Alright, so let's continue. So we've done that, throttle, low idle, we've done that. Check starter automatically off. Starter is off. Engine parameters are checked. They're good and in the green. We can check that. That's good. When ground team is clear of the propeller, we can go to flight idle. We'll go ahead and get her buttoned up. We forgot to do that, so let's do that now. Let's get passenger door back here closed. Anthony says there's a slight white noise, but it might be ambient from your GPU. Yeah, I believe it is. And you may be getting some feedback from yeah, the GPU. I thought you were originally talking about my graphics card, but you're talking about the GPU. That could be possible. So let's go ahead and shut the door here. Button her down. Now this is a really quiet airplane. And let's go ahead and main generator can come on. Ignition is auto. Generator's on. That's on back. Autopilot and trims can come on. Fuel selector switch can go to auto. Boost pump, we'll check that. I don't know if that needs to be off or on. Panel lights can come max. Let's jump back to our checklist right quick. And let's get rid of the GPU before we... And we'll clear that master caution. And let's go ahead and go up to flight idle. That's done. Engine parameters. Prop RPM is coming up. Alright, everything's looking good there. What is that? Auxiliary boost pump fuel switch to auto. So we'll let that happen. Check that. Fuel selector switches in auto. We've done that. That checklist is complete. We can go to the next one. Normal procedures after engine start. Generator selector checked. Standby checked. Checked. Autopilot trims, we've done that. Oxygen supply checked. Display backup button checked. Bleed switch can go to auto. AC switch auto, and pressure mode switch to auto. So that's down here for our pressurization. And that's done. So let's check. 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 Control selector as required. Temp selector adjust. We can do that. Standby instruments checked. LFE selection done. Altimeter setting. We need to set that now. And the current altimeter here is 3028. Alright, that's set. Pitch and roll trims checked. We'll bring our elevator trim down in the takeoff position. And we'll bring our rudder trim over in the middle between the green and the white for takeoff. And that's to be seen right there. Check de-ice system panel. Check. Inert separator switch on. That's as required. We don't need it right now. So next checklist. Taxi light on. Passenger briefing. Park brakes. Left hand nose wheel steering. Flight instruments. So we'll go ahead and check all of this. This is CAS here. It says low voltage, and I don't know why. Let's see here. Okay, it should come up. It usually does say that. Yeah, everything up here is set. Generator's on. Did it say manual? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be on manual. All right, we're looking good. Everything else on the overhead is set. And let's go ahead and come on back into taxi range here. Alright, that gives us some feathering on the props. Anthony says, sound fantastic. Yeah, I told you, dude, this is a really nice aircraft. I love it. And surprisingly, I don't fly it enough. That's why I told you the other day, yesterday, I think I'm going to stream it. Alright, let me get my taxi charts up here. Open charts list. And I've already forgotten the runway that we're due to depart. So let me bring up my briefing packet again. 36. Alright, so really short taxi, and we're going off of the short runway right here, 4,900 feet. And let's get our taxi lights on, and we should be ready to depart here. Everything else looks good. We'll set an initial vertical speed about 2,000 foot a minute, and then we'll pitch for airspeed. Let's zoom in here. And we'll pull out, go to the right, and pull right onto the runway. So that looks good. Alright guys, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and, for the sake of it, get on over to Unicom. And then we'll go ahead and start our taxi. There we go. And Gulfport traffic, November 851 Tango Bravo is taxiing to runway 36 via taxiway Alpha, Gulfport traffic. And parking brake can come off, yoke can come back on. And I just noticed one thing, let's get our pitot heats on, windshield heat. And I got my front cargo door open. close that. I'm still getting the main gen low voltage warning. Why is that? Let's go back here right quick. Yeah, everything looks good. It's on main, so I don't know. Let me just make sure that I don't have something going on. I can't access it right now. Alright, well, we're just gonna go. Michael Franklin says check your blinker fluid. That doesn't exist, dude. Alright, brakes are off. And let's go ahead and increase. Give her a little bit of I know it's not off, the chocks. And we're fixing to get up out of here, guys. And let's go ahead and get our flaps down for takeoff. Yeah, we'll have to figure that low voltage out. I mean, we got 24. I believe it says it's supposed to be 24 or 25. But we're looking good right now, so we're just going to continue. We're going to actually make this U-turn on taxiway Charlie here. Now I will tell you that my landing in this aircraft is a work in progress. It's a really twitchy aircraft as far as the yokes and the controls are concerned. But I've gotten it down, like as far as the sensitivities. So it's getting a lot better. All right, landing light can come on. Strobes are on. That's good. We'll hold short here for a second, finish the checklist, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, parking brakes can come on. Yes, we know the parking brake is on. Altimeter setting check, takeoff distances check, rotation, speed VR. I gotta learn how to do the VR, but I know what to rotate at. Battery. So it's supposed to be. Okay. It's at 48 amps. It's supposed to be 50. We'll have to check that out. She'll stay running, I believe. Alright, so we're going to climb out a bit faster than 124 knots. That's just the recommended. She does climb really well at 124 knots, even at 2,000 feet a minute. But we're going to go a bit faster than that. Alright, brakes off. Getting a little bit of lag here. And we'll go ahead and set takeoff power before we release the brakes. Alright. So let's get our map up. So we're going to be going out, making a right turn. Let's go ahead and come out of beta. Flight range. 2,000 RPM on the prop. And this thing gets down the runway pretty quickly, guys. We'll do about 68% torque. Brakes released. Here's some left rudder. There's 40 knots. There's 80 knots. There's 90. There's rotation. Oh. Oh. Alright, gear can come up. Let's go ahead and go to nav mode. Yaw damper can come on. Autopilot can come on. Flaps can come up. And we'll increase our
Getting
torque.
slow.
Keep it out the red, we'll do about 90. And let's bring the nose down a bit. Turn. Man, if I can get my cursor to. Got some turbulence here. So we'll come on back around to our flight path. Trying to get out some of this rough air so I can get my daggone heading marker to go in without freaking zooming. Can I grab it? Yeah, I can grab it. There we go. Alright, we're on our way, guys. A little bit of rough air leaving out of here. Alright, so we're going to now switch over to flight change mode. Climb at 146 knots. And as you see, we're doing, the airplane will try to maintain 146 knots. And it's still climbing out at 1,900 feet a minute, so this thing will climb. Will climb. Now, I thought we would have a good view of the Gulf Coast. It looks like it's cloudy coming out of Mississippi today. And let me go ahead and get this aircraft, like I said, is really in depth. This low voltage warning could have been from me leaving something on last night. It remembers your switch states, so you know if you leave something on in the cockpit, don't shut it down correctly. you'll run into small little issues, but seems to be good right now. I definitely think I missed something, but we'll check it out once we land. And so the higher we go, the lower our torque will drop, so we'll give her some more torque.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Yeah, we already knew that. The gear is up. So as I increased the throttles there, she went up on the vertical speed more, because remember, she wants to maintain 146 knots in the climb. Looks like we're through the rough area at the moment. Not quite. And let's see if she picks up. See if she picks up my my course here. There it is. There's the intercept on course. Passing through 9,900, and we'll go ahead and turn the landing lights off. Give her a little more torque. I'll try to keep her below 90% torque. I think you can run 92% torque for like 2 minutes or something like that before you start running into issues. But we're still climbing at a pretty decent clip, so almost 2,000 feet a minute. So this is a very hands-on aircraft as far as management. It's almost similar to that of like certain jets. Doesn't have an auto throttle. Flight change mode is what you mainly use for climb. Vertical speed is okay, but as of right now, we're switched over into flight change mode because the aircraft, like I said, will maintain 146 knots. In vertical speed mode, it will try to maintain whatever vertical speed you set, no matter what the speed is. So that's how you can get yourself into trouble. And before you know it, you'll end up freaking stalling the aircraft. But once we get up to cruise, we'll speed on up and get this thing up to speed. And believe you me, she likes to move. And let's see if we can come out on the range a little bit more. Yeah, so hopefully it looks like we may get a clearing in the cloud cover up here. So hopefully we can get some of that good Gulf coastline. Looks clear all out here. But yeah, guys, this has to be one of my favorite aircraft, and X-Plane, I just don't fly it a lot. And yeah, we may run into issues here. This amperage is steadily dropping. It's 32 now. Yeah, it's 32 now. 31 now. We're gonna have to main gen low voltage. We're gonna have to really keep an eye on that. If something goes awry, we will divert. Is that on battery or is that on? Oh, no wonder. No, that's negative 30. That should be on battery. It was on GPU. That should be on battery. Stuff ain't shutting down yet. We'll see what happens. We'll keep monitoring it. I did do a pre-flight inspection. I went through all of my panels there and made sure everything was good to go. The battery was good, so I may have missed something in the startup sequence. Maybe the starter drained the battery, but so far, I mean, ain't nothing dying out. This aircraft, like I said, is that in depth. Alright, there's 18,000. We'll go ahead and switch over to standard on the altimeter. And like I said, we are keeping an eye out for airports down below us in case we have to divert. So we got several along the way. There's airports all along the way, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Unless I can't navigate to them because of lack of power. But otherwise than that, we're looking good. And we'll go ahead and increase the torque a little bit more. Get her back on up to about 1,900 foot a minute. Try to get up here fairly quickly. And the one thing I do like about this aircraft is it has an option called shared aircraft feature. And what that allows you to do is select to share your airframe. So in essence, I can click the option to share this airframe. It'll generate a key, and you give that key to your friends, and that way when they come, the airplane will be at the same airport in the same state that you left it. All of the switches, the fuel load, everything. So it's good for like slip seating and, you know, adding a different dynamic to the sim. For situations like this, I mean, somebody flying it can totally mess it up. I remember when I first got this aircraft, I would burn the engine up every time on a hot start. So I've made countless freaking airframes. And we'll look through that menu. I don't have access to it right now because we're airborne. But we'll look through that menu and take a look at some of that stuff. But it is really in depth on. Yeah, see, I don't have access to it. But I have access to this. So like you have your, if I wanted to enable network sharing, you know, I can give them that key or whatever. But yeah, basically you can make countless airframes. You know, if you have your personal airframe and then an airframe that, you know, you fly and share with your friends, I think that's pretty sweet. Anthony, what's going on, dude? Welcome aboard. I told you we were going to take the TBM out. That's what we're doing. We're on our way to Daytona Beach right now. And we do have a possible issue going on here, but I think we'll be good. We have a low voltage and a main generator warning, so Either our main gen has failed, or okay, so I think I possibly just fixed part of it because it's now just saying low voltage. And the amps went up to 60. These were at 0, I believe. It's not in the negative, so we got some power, so we'll monitor that. And we'll check it out when we get to Daytona. So far, the aircraft hasn't shown me any other power issues than a warning, which could be false. I mean, you get all types of failures in this thing. I start the aircraft up the same time every time, so I could have missed something, but it's so basic. The overhead is so basic. I mean, these are your main power switches right here. Those are your main power switches. So it's not like you got to funnel, you know, power like any other aircraft to different parts of the airframe. But other than that, I think we're good. Let's see here. Looking good. Flight level 260. I told you this thing climbs pretty damn well. We're at 1,000 foot a minute now. Let's go ahead. See our torque dropped off again because of the increase in altitude. So we'll go ahead and push the torque back up to get our vertical speed up. And as the torque increases, right here you see the vertical speed coming up. See, it's dropping again. 53, it was at 60. 52. So all you can do is monitor it, be ready to divert. We've got several airports around that we could use. Definitely forgot to turn my transponder on. Alright, there's flight level 290. We're at our cruise altitude. And we'll go ahead and speed the aircraft up. And then we'll set our We'll set our cruise power. Pretty smooth ride up here. Sweet. There's that warning again. And it just went out. So did it fix itself? The flaps are up. Were they not all the way up? They were up. My lever's full forward. I think my problem may have fixed itself, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's at 42 now on the amps. But the warning went away. The volts are good. The volts have been good in the green the whole time. The amps are still dropping. It's at 41 now, so I don't know. It's still in the green though, so I never really paid attention to it. There we go, coming out of the cloud cover. Still got a little bit of cloud cover on this side. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drop the torque back a little bit. Drop her on back to about 87, 88. That's good. Alright, fuel's looking good. Monitoring electrical. Power is set. Prop RPM is good. Engine temperature is good. .28 amps on the battery. Yeah, I think we're okay for right now. I think we're good for right now, guys. There's some ortho. Alright, so we looking good. Ought to be a pretty decent little flight here. This flight is kind of stretching the TBM out a little bit. Next leg is a really short 100 nautical mile leg. And we do have a 59 knot tailwind helping us out too, so that would help out. I was gonna do this flight the other way from Naples to Daytona to Gulfport, but as you see, the winds would have been against me, so I opted to come this way. Be a little quicker. Another nice flyby for you. Alright, so with that said, let's get, how about we get a little bit of cruise altitude tunes for y'all. How does that sound? Alright, let me go. Alright, so we're good here. Damn, I don't have my other view set up. I'll have to set that up right quick.
Added camera 7 to category cockpit. Added camera 8 to category cockpit.
go. As we come up on another turn. That's why I ain't seeing no traffic. This is a really nice flight. Got the Gulf Coast out here right off the right wing. Can just barely make it out through the haze out there on the horizon.
Unable to find view ID 3.
Oh, I messed that view up. Looking good, guys, looking good. Definitely want to start hitting up the GA aircraft a lot more often, because we've got quite a few good ones. We got the Falcon 50 from Coronado that we need to get on a string, and that one I actually have the Reality XP GTN 750 standing in for the default FMS, which is a cool little add-on. But we should be coming in over. I ain't gonna mess with this tether. Last time I messed with it, my sim crashed. But we should be coming over Florida Panhandle now. Yeah, getting ready to hit the Florida Panhandle. Yeah, we're in the Florida Panhandle. Yep, so we'll hop into Daytona Beach here, and then Naples is right down here somewhere. It's only like 160 nautical miles. So that'll be the quick portion of the flight. And let's see here. We need to set up our VNAV profile, which we'll do shortly. We don't have to worry about it right now. We are looking good. You talking about this one, buddy? I don't know. Shut that. Here. Shut that. So we're still looking good. Let's double check. Yeah, still no ATC on. We've got Jacksonville ground, but we won't have to deal with him. If center was on, we may, but we only got ground. So someone pops on, we shall be ready. That other than that, guys, pretty straightforward flight. As you see, once you get up to cruise, set your power, you're good, you're golden, you can walk away. I did a 4-hour flight with this thing one day, and it was just smooth as butter. Maintaining 202 knots. We could probably get a little more out of it, but we're good where we're at. Amps are down to 1. It's still in the green, but no warnings on cast, so we'll leave it as B for right now. Leave it as B so we don't screw nothing up. don't know what that sound was about, but it definitely just... Yeah, that sound glitch? I guess so. It scared the hell out of me though. Definitely gave me a little stomach drop. So we're getting a little bit of bumpy air, but not much. Moving us around a bit. Making our way, guys. We're doing 375 knots over the ground. That is pretty good for a turboprop. That is really good for a turboprop. I like it. Outside air temperature is -42, so we'll keep an eye on that if we happen to go through any clouds or anything. Man, just look at the texture and detail on this daggone aircraft. The leather stitching. I mean, that's just crazy, dude. Look at the throttle. Approaching minimum says the whole time you flying I'm here installing. What you installing? Did you download a TBM? I know you're over on Prepared. Do they have a good TBM over there? Do they even have the HotStart version? I would think they would. Anthony says RGB fans in my PC. Nice. Approaching minimums and eating spaghetti. Dude, I had spaghetti last night. It was good too. Cabin tour, please. Alright, we'll do that. I should probably, let's do it from let's see if we can do it from my other view so I don't screw up. mean, just look at the seats. Freaking seats look awesome. Extra cargo space back there. I don't know what this does. I'm gonna leave it alone for that damn door pop open and ruin my day. I mean, the table, just look at the table. It looks like carbon fiber. That's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get in this seat here. Sorry guys, I'm not as fluent as some people with the walk around type deal. I mean, look at the carpet. The carpet's nicely textured. Press to unlock. I probably shouldn't do that. Those are click spots on the lights, but they're not coming on. Maybe I gotta turn them on in the front first. What the hell is going on? Are we turning? Okay, we are turning. Cabin tour, please. You haven't figured it out yet. LOL. What are y'all talking about? What haven't I figured it out? What haven't I figured out yet? Please enlighten me. Enlighten me, guys. We're gonna need to start planning our descent profile so we can get our top of descent location and marker up. And we'll do that here in a second. Let me get my chart up. We're not flying a we are not flying a star into there, so we're just gonna directly put in our approach altitude and work with it that way. And I'm gonna put on this song that CJ Hollister put me on too, man, called Trinity. This freaking song rocks, and I think a couple of you may have heard it. gotta get this actually to play with. This song rocks, people. So we'll let that play. Let me go ahead and get my chart up. And we're gonna do RNAV into 34. And 1600 is gonna be our altitude. Alright, as you can see, our vertical profile just popped up. Gives us 7 minutes and 45 seconds until top of descent. And our target vertical speed is going to be 1645 to get us to OMN at 1600. And we'll probably won't even go direct to OMN, we'll probably go direct to our final approach phase. But we want to at least be down to 1600 by the time we get in that area. So we'll leave that set like so. And we do have a backup indicator here that shows us where we're at. We are of one mind. Y'all are stupid, dude. Y'all are stupid. So for our descent, we're gonna set power, then start our descent, and we're gonna try to get a good descent speed, maybe about 180 knots. That should suffice. Or you know what? We can keep the speed up. Yeah, let's keep the speed up. I'm sorry guys, that one is tough. messed up or not. Oh no, I didn't. It's in there. Alright guys, it's just about 4.5 minutes till top of descent. LOL, you will figure it out one day. Okay. Y'all enjoy your one minds, one bodies, and one souls. I need to put my camera back. There's the Gulf Coast. Excuse me. Let me go and set this other camera back up. Something's about to pop up and say something with the scenery. Don't crash. Don't crash, Sim. I'm so serious with you right now. Yeah, I think it's one of those scenery things gonna pop up. There's Vatsim. I knew that was coming. Super frame rip. Alright, we're good. Let me get back signed into Vatsim. There we go, we're good. Two minutes, 10 seconds until top of descent. Approach minimum said I did a pretty okay landing today in my 737, but I had to keep my auto throttle on. Yeah, no worries, man. My landings the last couple days have been rough, and I think today may be the same way depending on the weather. This thing is really challenging because it's so twitchy to land. I've got my sensitivities turned down, so we'll see how that goes once we get over here. Alright, let's go ahead and bring our altitude down to 1600. And in a second, we'll turn on VNAV, see VPAF come up on the screen, and at 1 minute it should give us something that says VPAF activated or something at the 1 minute mark.
Vertical track.
There we go. So that lets you know you're within 1 minute of your scheduled top of descent. And as you see, the V deviation is dropping because we're getting close to the descent point. And pretty much your whole descent, you just want to minimize the deviation as much as possible. So we'll come over to VNAV, vertical speed mode. let's go ahead and let's pause that for a second while we get ready to descend. All right, so let's bring the power back a bit. And let's increase our vertical speed. 1627. We'll put it up to 1700 for right now. And we're 47 feet high on the descent, which is okay. Doesn't have to be spot on. And there's our speed creeping up on us. So let's go ahead and try to bring the torque back a little bit. Try to maintain 205 or so knots. And that should keep our speed pretty good on the descent. And time to bottom descent is 16 minutes. So we are looking good. Once we get close to the OMN, we'll go ahead and activate the approach. Now to put us on the left-hand downwind for 3-4. Bring the power back a little more. And same way with climbing, we'll constantly adjust the torque to try to maintain our speed. And we'll bring the vertical speed up a little bit or down a little bit to 1500. And that's how you descend in a TBM. You just mess with your vertical speed to try to stay on vertical path, which can be seen here as a little, almost like a glide slope indicator. So we're a little low of it now. No idea what that ding was about. Was it okay, that was a message coming through Vatsim, a broadcast message. Vatsim is aware of the METARs are not currently, or METARs are currently inaccurate on the network and is working on it. Thank you. So we've already got our own. We'll get our weather for Daytona here in a second. So we'll decrease our vertical speed here to catch back up with the descent profile. And as I decrease my vertical speed, you see the deviation start to come down. And we'll give her a little bit of power. Approaching minimums. Did you stream today? I was kind of busy today, man. I didn't even know that I was going to get the chance to stream today. If you did, I'm sorry I missed it. I'll have to check out the replay if you did. Come on, frame rip. Alright, deviation's coming in 200 feet. We'll let that get back on track, and then we'll increase our vertical speed to try to match it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Minus 100, 200, 300 feet. Doesn't really matter. As long as you're not like 1,000 feet above or below. I guess it would matter if you coming in on a star. Certain hard altitudes you would still need to follow. So we're gonna push on down to 1400. Try to match that a little bit. Bring the torque back to 45. Alright, so we're looking good, people. Approach minimum says no, just did some practice and I figured out why my music was cutting out. Why was that? Why was your music cutting out? What were you using to play your music? Ideally, I like to put all of my music in Windows Media Player and play it from there. Like some of my music, like the tracks that I play during cruise, I get that off of Spotify. I use Spotify for it, but I really don't like to, because sometimes it sometimes it messes with my stream for the extra, I guess the extra bandwidth. Excuse me. I hope I ain't getting sick. Looks like we may get a little bit of rough air. Let me go ahead and get the good old weather for Daytona Beach. Altimeter's 3025. Winds 240 at 3 knots. Let me see something here. Guys, I think we're going to be changing our approach to 25 right. Winds are 240. So let's do that now. And we'll do the RNAV for that as well. Alright, so that's good there. Let's change it up in the G1000 here. Select approach. come down to 5,000 instead. Let's see here. It says 254 at the top of descent. Yeah, we'll just continue our descent on down to 5,000. HD Simulation is in the building. What's going on? HG says, are you low latency because speech is lagging behind on the stream? I am running low latency right now. It does that sometimes when my frames start dropping a little bit. We'll see. We'll have to play with that a little bit. Coach Minimum says, yeah, I use Windows Media Player to build an automatic ATC and prepare what's causing it. It mutes the music when there's chatter, no matter how low I turn down ATC volume. I just turn it off. Okay. Anthony says, man, that 777 pilot that dumped that fuel on the playground gonna get fired, I bet. I listened to the ATC conversation and the pilot was not approved to dump that fuel. Yeah, I saw something about it. I haven't read the story yet, but if that's the case, then yeah, he probably will get fired. ATC usually has to clear a section of airspace for aircraft to do that. And they usually put them in some kind of holding pattern at a decent altitude, not over populated areas. So yeah, he may have some issues. Alright, so we're coming up on 10,000. Landing lights can come on. HD says, I use iTunes for my music with no issues. Yeah, I think that might be just a prepared thing because he's using the in-game ATC. And it mutes, I guess, whatever other audio outputs he has going to let ATC come through. Alright, so we're below 10,000. We're getting some choppy air coming in here. And we're going to go ahead and level ourselves out here at 5,000. And then we'll actually get ready to probably vector ourselves to our final approach. Otherwise than that, it's been a smooth flight. Chevy, will you stop? I wish you lay your butt down somewhere. So we are good. riding the bumps, riding the bumps. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring the torque back just a little bit. There's our altitude alert as we're approaching 5,000. Some pretty rough, choppy air right now. We come across Central Florida or North Central Florida. Let me just check here. Let's go ahead and sync up our headings because we're going to actually stay on this course and get on a right-handed downwind for 25 right. So we'll probably go direct to Wogad as we get a little closer. Alright, we can go ahead and push the torque back up a bit, try to maintain at least 200 knots. Yeah, Anthony Robinson says, yeah, you catching a cold, man, better up your vitamin C like real fast. Yeah, usually right now is about the time I start slamming airborne and stuff like that, and I usually catch my cold. I don't get sick very often, so now is about the time where, you know, if I get the sniffles or the coughs, I'll cram my system with some stuff and it takes it right on the way. It's like I don't get sick very often, but boy, when I do, bad, 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 bad. All right, so we should be actually coming down. Yeah, we'll be coming down. We'll be able to look right down inside of the famous Daytona International Speedway, which will be open for business in just a few more short weeks as they host the Daytona 500. Alright, let's go ahead and bring ourselves down. $1,600. That's my
Vertical track.
there we go. Why is this thing wanting to stay on? Alright, let's go direct to here. Alright, there we go. And let's see if we can get down to 1,600. And we'll pull the power lever back. Start slowing ourselves down. There's a track there. For those of you that like racing. I love it personally. Alright, so let's go ahead and come on back on the power a little bit more. HD says, do you have vertical sim V-States Florida? I did, and I actually just removed it day before yesterday. Right now I'm just using regular Ortho. I had it installed over the Ortho, and I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to do it. But it looked kind of weird to me. I have some screenshots of it. It looked good, don't get me wrong, but it was like the grass area around the houses were like really bright, and I don't know that it was supposed to necessarily look like that. But once we land, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Alright, so we'll bring the power on back some more as we come out over the Atlantic Ocean. Ready to turn back to come back towards the airport here. It looks like we're still going to have a little bit of choppy air. It's only 3 knots, but that seems really over exaggerated in these little GA aircraft. So, like I said, guys, be forewarned. My landings in
Vertical
this thing
track.
is a work in progress. All right, so there we are, level at. I did not put in my altimeter.
Vertical track.
25. We was off by a little bit. Had to throw in the altimeter. Bring our speed on back a little bit more. Come on around for a right turn back towards the runway. Getting some pretty good chop. Go ahead and drop. Notch your flaps. Get on down to about 100 knots or so. Got the airfield out there in sight. Alright, we're good on our angle of attack. Gonna be a fun landing if this wind don't calm down. I don't know why we're getting buffeted so much. It says 0 wind speed right now. Alright, there's the glass slope coming on in. So we will drop the gear. Drop our last notch of flaps, get our nose down, and we want to approach maybe about 95, 90 knots. That trim going off. Trim is fighting it. Alright guys, we are on final approach. Wish me luck. This thing is a bit twitchy for me to land. So we'll hold about 90 knots. Coming through 1,000 feet. Looking good on the poppy lights. 2 red, 2 white. Glide slope is looking good. And we'll take it here shortly. There's 500-foot checks. And we'll take the airplane. Now we got a 4-knot crosswind.
Minimum.
Landing. Let's give her a little bit of right rudder. Try to crab into the wind a bit. Yaw damper. I forget that yaw damper every time. Give her a little bit more right rudder. Try to hold center line. Looking good. Start bleeding our speed off. And ease up on the rudder.
Airspeed.
We lost the center line, but it's okay. Little bounce. And there's where I say the twitchiness comes in. Back in the taxi range. And I have to admit that has been, I think, my best landing in this airplane. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get on some brakes here. And we'll exit here to the left, because we'll go over here to this little hangar since we are a GA airplane. See, what do we got over here? Can I park over there? Let's see. I think I can. Stop here for a second. Let's stop here for a second and get, yeah, I can park over there. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and flaps up. We'll stay in taxi mode. We'll head on over here and we'll check out the replay, a couple replays, and then we'll jump in for our second leg short flight down to Naples, and that's only about 160 nautical miles, so that'll give me a chance to get another landing in this beautiful airplane today. Yeah, once you get your sensitivities right for this thing, it's a joy to fly. Like I remember I couldn't even taxi this thing because it was so twitchy. Now taxiing, I do have to put a fair bit amount of rudder input. More so than when I'm flying. Like a little bit of rudder I had to put in when I was flying. Wasn't much compared to taxiing. Alright, so we'll stop here. And let's feather the prop. And let's go ahead and see what this thing sounds like from the outside. Let's go ahead and shut her on down, guys. Yep, you get all types of warnings. Let's go ahead and get our GPU hooked up. There we go. We are good. This thing gives you a warning. Any button you press, this thing is giving you a daggone warning. Alright guys, we are on GPU power. The aircraft is shut down but not off because we are doing the second leg. So we will let our VIPs out here. Let's go ahead and get the strobes off since engines aren't running. And we'll let our VIPs out here, and we'll go ahead and get this next short flight planned on out while we do that. So let's go ahead and complete the flight here on Project Fly. That's done. And let's close our exits right quick and see if we can't get a replay. I don't know how this plane is going to act on replay, so we'll see. I usually do my replays before I shut down because certain stuff don't like to work. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab a... I forgot I was on Vatsim. Okay, no worries. Let's go ahead and grab a grab a couple replays here. So yeah, it still's got all my fuel pressure and stuff off, but we're doing a replay, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's get this one, and then we definitely want to see one from the outside. See how that looked from the outside. And we'll go ahead and, while we watch this, I'll try to hurry up and get the next flight ready. Really good approach when I took her off autopilot. I think I did pretty good. HG says, good job. Thank you, brother. Means a lot. Pretty decent flare. I got off center line, but at that point I wasn't worried about the center line. And just trying to keep the nose off of the ground caused me to lift the nose up more, because this thing is a little twitchy. Alright, so let's see where we're at and get a runway view. Let's take her back and get a nice little runway view. No. And this plane really does like to nose down on the approach. That's pretty normal, so I wasn't fast. Flared a bit early. Float. A little bit of right rudder. Yeah, that was a little hop. Trying to keep the nose off the ground a little bit. This plane's so light. I don't know how many of you watch Steve-O-1 Knievo, but he flies this airplane in real life. It's actually the TBM900, or the 850, I think, not the 900. Let's see. Let's get like one more replay, a couple more replays here. Daytona International Speedway right there. And I actually could have took 3-4. Look at the windsock. That's where my little crosswinds were coming from. I could have took 3-4. 3-4 comes from left to right. Yeah, as soon as I gave her some right rudder, the winds died down, I think. That's what caused me to get off center line. And just the twitchiness at the speed, trying to get back on center line. Alright, so let's grab this one from this side. Actually, no, you know what? Let's grab that. Let's grab this one. And then we'll go ahead and put in this short flight plan. And be out. Yeah, y'all know I had to play this one again. Thank you, CJ Hollister, for putting me onto this song, brother. It has definitely been featured tonight. Approach looked real good. Had a slight crab going on right now. Then I kicked that rudder. It just took me over to the right side. I tried to bring her back. It was pretty soft still. It was my best landing in the TBM. We'll try to do better down in Naples. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump back into the cockpit. And let's go ahead and get set up for the next leg. Alright, so flight plan. We don't want menu, we want to delete this flight plan. Roger that, got me at. Alright, I'll tell you what we do. We'll go, there we go. No. Alright, we'll just go down to the next line. Let's get our briefing packet up here. Wants us to cruise at 260, but I will not do that. I'm only going to do 16,000. Such a short flight. Alright, so we're going direct to Kaiser, direct to RSW, and direct to Naples. So let's put that in KIZER. And then Naples. That's how we're gonna rock that. Short flight. Let's get some procedures. Saying 05. So let's go ahead and select our approach. And we'll do an RNAV to 05. And we'll just do vector. Load that. Go direct to Kaiser. And let's go 16,000. Alright, we're all set. That quick, we are all set. Let me just change flight information here. And we're getting ready to go. Alright, let me get the weather again. Let me refresh the weather. We're here. 3025, that's still set. We're good there. Altitude can come on up to 16,000. Vertical speed start off at 2,000 foot a minute. Alright guys, let's get her buttoned up. Oh, I didn't do my fuel. Let me do my fuel right quick. That was about to be bad. We'll just go ahead and take 60 gallons. That's good. That should be more than enough. Go ahead and get her ready, fellas. Let's go ahead and kill this off. And we're pretty much set to go. Ignition can come on. Boost pump on. Strobe lights can come on as we are about to start. Oh shit, hold on, what did that thing say? Bring the ITT below 150 before introducing fuel. Alright, we're waiting on ITT to drop. That would have caused a hot start, I guarantee. Alright, there's ITT. Low idle. Alright, ITT is looking good. NG is looking good. Prop RPM is good. We are fully feathered. Come back to bat. Starter is off. Ignition to auto. Booster pump to auto. Autopilot and trims on auto. That's looking good. Okay, so we'll leave the AC off for right now because we're below flight idle. So let's go ahead and go over to flight idle. GPU can be shut down. And let's get all of our rest of our stuff set. Leads, pressure. That's good. Pitot heat windshield can come on. That's good as well. CAS is clear. And we are ready to depart, guys. So let's see here. We did 25 right coming in there. We had a crosswind. So I say we do 3-4. For departure. Let me see what the winds are doing. Yeah, we'll do 3-4 this time. So let me get my taxi charts up so we can see where we're at. Get this new flight leg up. Alright, yeah, so we'll just go down here and make a right, and then we'll be at 3-4. That's what we'll do. Alright, taxi lights can come on. Chocks can come off. And let's go ahead and move her down into taxi range. Parking brake can come off. Flaps can be set to take off. Alright, we're good, guys. We're heading on down to Naples. So we'll take taxiway Bravo 4 here. Make a right and then make another right. She got going a little fast there. Almost overshot the turn. This is a really nicely modeled airport. It's freeware. No, actually I lied. This one is actually, I believe, payware from the York store. But the next one we're going to is even better modeled airport, and that's definitely freeware. Anthony Robinson, we are rolling. Second Anthony, hey Leo Sticks, yes sir. We're getting ready to depart Daytona Beach on our second leg down to Naples. Flight time should be about 30 minutes or so, maybe, give or take. And we'll definitely try to get a better landing, even though that one wasn't bad. But if you have seen all my other TBM landings, I'm still learning this airplane, guys. I am definitely still learning this airplane. Alright, so we're on taxiway Whiskey, as you can see. Whiskey will take us down to the threshold of 3-4. And we will be crossing 7 right here in a second. That's only a 3,000 foot runway. I wouldn't even attempt to land on that. We'll go ahead, landing lights on. Since we're crossing an active runway, or crossing a runway period. Runway's clear down that end. And it's clear down that end. And landing lights can come back off, back to taxi. Anthony, you called me, dude. You said, hey, Leo Sticks. Did you need something, bro? What could I do for you on this glorious Thursday afternoon? Alrighty, here we are at 3-4. So we'll hold short here for a second. Final approach does look clear. I didn't mean to turn them off. God damn it. Landing lights on. Strobes are on. Panel lights are set. We don't need the pulses. Cabin lights can come on. Starter is off. Ignition's in auto. Boost pump is in auto. Fuel selector is in auto. Autopilot and trims are on. Pressurization panel is set. Pitot heat is on. Windshield heat is on. And we'll use the inertial separators on this takeoff. Alright guys, we're good to rock and roll. We're a little throttle. And we want to try to use all of our runway here. Yeah, we know the inertial separator is on. It will be turned off prior to 200 knots. Thank you. Alright, so let's set takeoff power. Move into flight range. Prop RPM at 2,000. Alright, there's 2,000 set, and we'll do about 65 on torque. Brakes are released. Here's some right rudder. I did not set my takeoff trim. Alright, there's 80 knots. I missed the center line. It's 90. Gently lift back on the throttles there. I mean on the yoke. Gear can come up. Flaps can come on up. Yaw damper can come on. Grab our heading. Come on, Tank, swing over where I want you to go. Go into heading mode so we can get an intercept course for our track. And we'll drop the vertical speed here to about 16 so we can gain some speed. Man, this turbulence makes it tough to freaking... There we go, that should be a decent intercept course. Alright, flaps are up. Speed's increasing, gear is up. And there's our flight path marker. Synthetic vision coming in. As we grab us an intercept course to intercept it. We'll climb out at about 160 knots, and we'll set flight change mode. Now we'll do 155. All right, there we have 155. Set power. Aircraft will pitch for airspeed, giving us 2,100 foot a minute climb rate right now. Maintaining 2,200 foot a minute now. That's a funky looking shadow. And there's some non-matching ortho tiles. Skyhawk Sim Pilot, welcome aboard. Glad you can make it. We are on our second leg down to Naples, and we're climbing out to capture our flight path. This should be a quitty. This should be a pretty quick leg here, heading down into beautiful Naples this afternoon. From the east coast of Florida down to the southwestern coast of Florida. Getting a little bit of everything in there for everybody. And nav mode should pick up here in a second as we capture our flight path. We should get a slight turn to the right. Any moment now. Alright, what's going on? We missed our turn. There we go. Alright, there's 10,000 feet already. We can come off the landing lights. Like I said, we're only going to go up to about 16 for cruise on this short leg. And we'll give her some more torque to increase our vertical speed. Aircraft's going to want to speed up, so the aircraft will then pitch up to climb faster to maintain 155 knots. Get a nice flyby here on our climb out. Nice. Looking good, guys, looking good. Look at the texturing on the leather on the dashboard. It's just freaking awesome. That is like craftsmanship there. Alright, so it looks like we will be at 16 by Kaiser. And since this is a short flight, let me go ahead and already get my stuff up here. What did it say for Naples? Expecting 05 into Naples. Let's change this. Alright, so we're approaching 16K. So nice. 05 is going to bring us in off of the water. It's a really nice approach. Alright, so there's our speed up here. Let's go ahead, come off of the inertial separator as we make our turn to the next waypoint. And we'll get our speed up. 205 knots, 210 should be good. Got a crosswind from the right at 26 knots. Frame rip. Alright, just fine tuning our torque here. About 88%. And we'll bring her on back a little bit more. Alright, cruise power is set. So we're good there. We'll just constantly fine tune it. Maintain about 207, 208. As we head out this afternoon. Everything is looking good, flying directly into the westerly sun. Yeah, we only got 158 nautical miles to go, so not far at all. And let me go ahead and get the weather for Naples. .3023, so we'll set that as we get a little closer. Nice smooth flight this afternoon, guys. That's what I like. Definitely. I think we're gonna pull the Mad Dog out of the hangar pretty soon. Little bit of air chop going on here at 16,000, but not too bad. So we're coming over Orlando right now. just beginning to make out Orlando International there. Guys, I went skydiving just east of here, just out there somewhere. That video can be seen on my channel. Pretty dope experience. And we actually jumped from 2,000 foot higher than where I'm at now. So yeah, we jumped from 18,000 feet. Pretty awesome experience. If you've never done it, trust me, it's the experience of a lifetime. Definitely an experience of a lifetime. I promise you that. Tired, guys. I'm a little tired today. Beautiful Orlando. Let's jump back up in the cockpit. And we're already pretty much halfway there, or almost halfway there. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get our descent profile up here. Alright, so already we've got a top of descent set. We should be descending in 12 minutes, as you can see there. descent coming up in 12 minutes. And we'll definitely try to get a slightly better landing than Daytona. Give you a couple tunes till we get to the top of descent. Nine and a half minutes till top of descent. Man, I could definitely just put this plane at like 29,000 feet and just fly it until it runs out of fuel. This is a really nice bird. It's a joy to fly, it really is. She's just at 210 knots right now. Got an aircraft passing us right above us. I still got some power left. I'm only at 83% torque. I still got some power left to get more speed out of her. Getting a little bit of light chop, but not much. Not much. We're good. Frame rip. Alright, 6 minutes out from top of descent, guys. We'll go ahead and bring our altitude down to 2100 in preparation for our top of descent. And we'll arm the V-path, which will notify us a minute prior to top of descent. And let's go ahead and set Naples altimeter now. .3023.
Vertical track.
Alright, there's our top of descent coming in less than a minute. So at about 10 seconds out, we'll adjust the power, adjust the torque, try to maintain about 200 knots or so on descent. Probably can't see it here, but that little white dot there is on top of descent. Let's go ahead and pull the power back some. So here we're actually using the VNAV function instead of vertical speed. It's maintaining it automatically. Earlier we did it manually with the vertical speed button. And you pretty much want to watch your deviation here. I don't know if y'all can make this out here. The aircraft is aiming for the target vertical speed. You can see our flight path is below us here on the synthetic vision. But the aircraft isn't trying to pick that up until it reaches its target, which is RSW. We've set a hard altitude here for 2100, which is our final approach altitude or final approach fix at this waypoint. So we'll get 2100 out here a bit early and then come on around, vector ourselves on around to here. We'll already be at proper altitude out over the Gulf of Mexico. And come on into runway 05 for an RNAV approach. 32 nautical miles out from RSW. And there's our rough air again. There's 10,000, landing lights can come on. Some bad air. Alright guys, I can't resist it. I gotta play that Trinity again. Thank you CJ Hollister for putting me onto this one. Some soothing music as we fight the turbulence on the way down into Naples. Let's come back on the power sound. Frame rip. Come on, come back. It's only a 7-knot crosswind, but man, is it a rough 7 knots. And we got a tailwind. Getting all these different wind shifts, wind shear. That's what it is. See that VNAV, the VNAV of the plane actually keeps you pretty decent on the descent profile. Definitely will crank that on the replay. Alright, 7.4 out from RSW. And we're just managing our descent here, managing our power. Trying to maintain 234, 35 knots. Sync up our heading. And we'll go direct to Naples for a second, and then we'll turn out over turn into a left-handed downwind to come and pick up our final approach fix.
Vertical track.
So there's 1 minute to bottom of descent. We still got some pretty rough air down here at 3,000. 4-knot tailwind. Passing over to RSW VOR. Man, some rough air. So there's 2100. We'll try to keep her at about 220 or so. Got the airport in sight, the area right out in front of us out there. I have to say this has been a fun little flight in this thing. Miles out. Let me just refresh the weather here. Alright guys, we got the airport right out in front of us. We're going to get ready to make our turn here in a few minutes. And then go direct to Visiv. Got the Goodyear blimp out in front of us. Another good freeway airport. Alright, so let's go ahead and get set up for landing. Going over to head mode, make our turn. Alright, there we go. We're just vectoring ourselves to get an intercept back with our course. Let's go ahead and start bringing our speed down a bit. Getting a little bit of stutters. Still running at 50 frames a second. Out over the Gulf of Mexico right now. Getting ready to buck a U-turn. Head on back to shoot our approach. Alright guys, setting up for final approach here. We're trying to drop our speed a bit slowly, looking for an intercept with our course, and we'll engage the approach mode. Let the autopilot have a bit of fun fighting the turbulence on approach, and then we'll take over somewhere around minimums. Here's our turn on course now. Grab the first notch of flaps. Bring the speed on back. And we can drop the gear. Yaw damper can come off. And let's drop the last notch of flaps. Alright guys, so we are stable on final approach. Looking good. I believe that's 2 reds, 2 whites out there. Yep, Poppy says the approach is good. Get our angle of attack indicator up. We have a slight crosswind from the left, but it's all good. It's a quartering crosswind. That 4 knots is really bumping this little thing around though. Slightly adjusting our power, try to maintain 90 knots, the wind shooting us around.
500.
500 foot check. We're getting ready to take it. There's autopilot off.
Minimums.
There's minimums. And we're fighting it just like autopilot did. getting a bit slow.
Airspeed.
There's a float, but we'll try to settle her down. That was a bit hard. Alright, get her in the taxi range and we'll exit here at Alpha 4. And we'll find a place to park over here at the FBO. This is a really nice freeware scenery airport. Alright guys, let's get us a space and then we'll grab a couple replays. Check our wing clearance here. And we'll park right over here about what looks to be type of Falcon. Alright. That's good. Parking brakes can come on. And we can come over to come out of taxi mode. Flight idle. Over to low idle. And let's get our stuff here shut off. Pilots can come off. Clear the master caution. And let's shut her on down. Or we'll latch that because we'll do a replay here. And there you have it. We are down. Let me go ahead and complete this on Project Fly Right Fast. Damn it, I never even started it. That sucks. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a replay. Grab a couple replays here. Grab a couple replays and we're gonna put that Trinity back on. This Trinity freaking rocks. We made it though, guys. Those of you who stayed, thank you for watching. Glad we can make a full stream go mostly according to plan tonight. And we will try to stream again sometime this weekend. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by, everybody's support. Skyhawk, Anthony, HD Sim, approaching minimums. Anthony Robinson. Definitely appreciate all you guys hanging with me tonight. Wasn't a bad landing. She just kind of dropped right there. Still a good landing. Still a good landing. Look at this beautiful airport. It's freeware, guys. It's on the org. Look it up. Naples. For those of you that may watch in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel for future updates and notifications when I go live. It definitely helps the channel out. Leave your likes or comments in the appropriate section. And I appreciate everybody watching. We'll get a couple more replays here and before we shut it down for the night. Yeah, I floated a little bit. Let's get a run back from the runway view. Yeah, CJ Hollister, you doing your thing. Thank you for putting me on to this song. I know you're not here right now, but it's definitely a shout out to you, bro. Because this song, yeah, it crushes. It crushes. So we'll get this one, and we'll get one more shot from the threshold, and we'll cut out from there. Look at that crab, nice little crab going on. Floated her out right there again. Airplane is really easy to float. Not bad that time. Alright, so let's move this to the threshold. You know I like my threshold shots. And let's bring her back. For one more go, guys. So with that said, like I said, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the support. Thank you to my mods. It definitely helps the channel out. Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Leo Sticks is out. Skyhawk Sim Palette, I forgot your shout out, bro. Thank you for stopping by. You didn't say much, but thank you. Definitely thank you for stopping by.